Welcome back. We've all had those moments, right? Watching TV, watching games on the television. We've been like, you know what? I could have made that play. But then we see videos like this one that make you realize pro athletes are a lot different than you and me. Have a look. This was a recent workout video from Andrew Hawkins. He posted it to his Instagram account. Check out the foot speed, Rhett. Guy getting after it. Hawkins set to begin his second season with the Cleveland Browns at just 5'7". He's one of the smaller players in the NFL. As he told us, his small stature has been used as a means to point people to God.
I can say when I was in high school and I was, kind of the same way I got to the NFL, I was trying to, grind and try to get someone to give me a scholarship, and, I couldn't get any, and it was like, I never had something I wanted so bad that I had no control over getting. And then, I can remember a song came on and the lyrics said, don't get discouraged. God has not forgot. If he said that he'll do it, it'll come to pass. God has not forgotten. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm 17 years old. I just start crying in the car, and I had a couple of offers from some smaller schools, and I went into school and I told the coach I'm not going to them. I'm going to take a chance on myself. And, I ended up going to a camp a couple months later and ended up earning 4 Division I scholarships. That was my defining moment where I knew, okay, God's in control of this. So no matter what happens, I know that this isn't by chance. You know what I mean? It was kind of my first time I felt like God actually spoke to me. And, it's been more of the same ever since. I've had a lot of obstacles, me being a smaller player. I think I'm the smallest wide receiver in the NFL. And I've never been the type of person that I wish I was taller. That's never been me, because I do know the Bible. I've read the Bible for a long time. My parents have instilled it since I was young. And, I would read stories like David and Goliath and Joseph and you name it. And God shows up with people who are underdogs. You know what I mean? So from an early age, I kind of looked at that as a sign that God was going to be with me. Obviously, the way I got here is, 1 in a million, and the odds were extremely stacked against me. I think things like chaplain and, the walk with God is the only thing that gets me through. This year has been, even though I signed the biggest contract I ever have this offseason, but I can honestly say it's been one of the most stressful environments for me because you're going to a new team. You're trying to live up to expectations, and you don't want to let anybody down. Daily, I have to be in my Bible. Daily, I have to read my devotion. You know what I mean? I got to make sure I'm in chapel, not just, not like as a good luck charm, but I need it on a daily basis because, that much pressure, it's hard for you to sleep. If I was 6'1" and doing the things that I'm doing now, it would be harder to believe that it was all God. Had I got drafted out of college, had I not went and worked at a factory, been a caddy, had to do a reality show, CFL, the improbability of it is what makes it easy for when I tell people that I give all glory to God because he's the one who did it for me. It makes it easier to believe. Had I been 6'1", someone would just say, oh, you're just a big, tall, freakish athlete. You know what I mean? So I believe that everything happens for a reason. I think that's the reason why God is named the way he is.
I don't know about you. I always love it when you see, the little guy that was told growing up, hey, you can't do it, you're too small, you're never going to make it to the pros. And then they do, and they're like, they're kind of, he's giving God the glory, but you can also be a little in your face as well.
Yeah, and now you can point to that and say, look how God's worked through me, taking a 5'7" guy all the way to the NFL. Just a great story.